Welcome to In the Sheds with Alby, Donny and Brucey, and we're on 88.5 FM. It was close enough. Got the names around the wrong way anyway. Right, as you heard, that was the Ellenbrook Eels. They've taken out the grand final, but we'll touch on that very soon. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can get us on Facebook at In the Sheds 88.5 FM, or you can get us on Twitter. Donny, where can you get us on Twitter?
It's at the Sheds 885. We'll be monitoring Twitter throughout the show, so if you've got any comments as we're going, let us know live. Jump on there and at the Sheds 885, and we'll give you a bit of a shout out as we go along.
No worries, and of course we're on Radio VCA 88.5 FM. You can find us on Facebook or on the website. Now, we've got a huge show today. We've got the Ellenbrook Eels. We're going to talk about the grand final. We've got some great NRL results, and we've got Swan Valley Sporting Club's Rick Ellard. He's coming down to talk to us about an upcoming charity event. But before we go any further, episode 1, we have to do a redaction. Brucey, what the hell happened?
Well, I did. Okay, let's be clear on this. I did put it out there that Ellenbrook 7 were Ellenbrook Junior Netball Association, Ellenbrook 7 were into the grand final on the weekend, but it was actually the preliminary. So, unfortunately for me, But, the girls played Larcelle on the weekend. They played very well, actually. They've always had a bit of trouble with Larcelle throughout the year, and, unfortunately those girls went down. And, bowing out the preliminary, but we're pretty proud of the girls. They've had a long year, and,
So feel free to keep, just make sure you stay tuned and keep your ears peeled, because guaranteed there'll be someone else will stuff up tonight and let us know, and we'll make this a regular thing.
Yeah, I can't believe my amazing amount of effort that I've put into the show so far. Research. No, actually, I can't back that up.
One show, you had one segment that you did research on, and you got it wrong.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring in the hashtag Sledge Brucey, and just any of the Ellenbrook Eels that are listening, or any of the of our netball fans, feel free to write in and just sledge Brucey. That's what we'll be doing.
Let's get it trending.
Yeah, that's it. And we'll wait and see what we have to redact next week. All right, so let's go straight into it. Ellenbrook Eels on the weekend. They played great, and they took out the cup. As otherwise, I probably wouldn't have played them singing. That would have been awkward otherwise. But that was courtesy.
That's the Rezzies.
Yeah, that was the Rezzies. That was courtesy of Ellenbrook Football Club as well. They gave us the audio for that.
Just a question we now noticed, mate. What was the score?
Yep. So they scored 12 goals, 678, and defeated Piara Waters 8 goals, 351. The last quarter, the 3-quarter time score was 8 goals 3 to 7 goals 3. So it was a goal in it.
One kick.
Ellenbrook just kicked away.
Well, one bloke kicked away.
Yeah. Oh, look, they've had a great day. But best on ground was awarded.
Kyle Baker.
Yep, Kyle Baker. He kicked 3 goals in the last quarter.
Yeah.
He's and basically from club president sent us a bit of a report in on the game. He said that the full 22 players played out of their skins, and that's the reason they came out with a win. It's hard to separate. Obviously, Kyle took out the best on ground.
Obviously he had a ripper last quarter. Kicked 3 of their last goals when the game was on the line. Jai Sims kicked a couple of goals himself, and obviously had a pretty good game. John O'Ashwin was the second best on ground. So,
well, looking on the we're getting updated quite a bit on Facebook. It looked like John O'Ashwin was going to take out the best on ground, and then Kyle had second thoughts on that, and he took on the game. But look, those are the games.
Sometimes
where you need
it's not what you do; it's when you do it.
That's it. And sometimes you need someone to just step up and take the game and win it. And a special mention as well to Paul Menaglio. Now, from what I've been told, he spent the entire season playing from full back, and he kicked the last goal of the game. He took the mark and kicked the goal. And
go the back, man.
That's it. So good on you, mate. You got up there, you kicked a goal, and you kicked it when it mattered. And kicked
that
in
was
the
the
grand
one.
final.
That was
what
the one.
everyone remembers.
So
that's it.
They had the grand final wrapped up and they just flooded the front half, or
That's it.
what happened there?
Well, look, at the end of the day, everyone's going to remember the last goal.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers the last goal. So great work there. Apparently, great effort as well by Aaron Power, who's the captain as well. So goal kickers were, like we said, Jai Sims kicked 2, Kyle Baker kicked 3, Josh Saty, Brandon Cassidy, Patrick Casey, Paul Managlio, Jordan Shepherd, and Aaron Power all kicked a singles each. Just a great effort to take out Piara Waters. I know there would have been a bit of concern going into the game. You've played an entire season, dropping one game against them, and so there would be a little.
That was only a fortnight beforehand too, or 3 weeks beforehand, and first semi-final was their first loss of the year against Piara Waters. So
good year by the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Good year by the boys.
I think you blokes know how hard it is to win a grand final. It's
we won't go into that.
No.
That's a sore subject.
We know how hard it is to get to a grand final, and
it's impossible to win one.
Yep.
Even at a lower level that we used to play pre-season at start, and we've got all the other stuff that goes on in your life and everything else. But good effort by the boys.
If you win a grand final, whether it's whether it's in the AFL
counts?
or whether it's in the under-7s, you should celebrate it because you might not get another chance.
Does indoor cricket count?
Yeah, exactly. Celebrate that.
I have it on good authority that the boys did celebrate quite
I
well.
bet.
Thanks to Callum White as well. He was giving us score updates all the way through the game, as well as letting us know results as far as like who won the medal, and gave us some pretty good photos as well to put up on the page. The Founders Medal for the Ellenbrook Eels will be held this Saturday. And so we'll get the results from them as well about who wins the best and fairest for the league, who takes out the goal kicking award and all the rest of it.
Down at the fantastic club rooms?
No, it will be at the Mandoon Estate. Okay, so before we get any more fired up about that again, the Ellenbrook Rabbitohs, how'd they go?
Yeah, so Ellenbrook Rabbitohs Junior Grand Final Day was held last Sunday. Terrific effort from the Rabbitohs just to get. They got 3 teams into the grand final. It was a massive day. I was on the microphone all day down there. I was sick at the sound of my own voice by the end of it, but it was a great day. Kicked off at 9:30 in the morning, so pretty early start. And the under 11s, who were the minor premiers, finished top of the table. Went straight through to the grand final. They took on the Rockingham Sharks in the first game of the day. Unfortunately, it wasn't their day. It was actually a really interesting game. The last two, like these guys in the under 11s, they play 2 20-minute halves, so it's a 40-minute game. Last time they played, there was 66 points scored. It was 36-30, so it's a lot of points.
No defence going on there.
No defence at all. Time before that, I think it was 26 all, so again, 52 points in 40 minutes. In this game, with about 3 minutes to play, the scoreline was 6-0. So all of a sudden, last pass, real nervous footy. Like for the under 11s in rugby league, that's the first time you play competitive footy.
Yeah.
First time they played in the ground.
Tackling.
What's that?
Is that modified rules?
Yeah, so it is modified rules. There's slightly smaller ground. A few other rules. You can't move up until the first receiver gets the ball, and a few little things like that.
Yeah.
Ended up Rockingham scored 2 late tries and ended up 18-0. The next game we played, we were probably expected to lose. Was the girls' league tag. So this is girls under 14. They took on the South Perth Lions. The South Perth Lions have been unbeaten all year, hadn't lost a game. The Lions scored the first try. They led 4-0, and then Ellenbrook sort of started to work into the game. They ended up winning the game 6-4. So they knocked off the previously unbeaten Lions.
Great effort.
Yeah, good work.
Yes, that was a fantastic win. They're actually back-to-back premiers, so they were the first ever premiers of the Ellenbrook Rabbitohs, and was the girls' league tag last year. And they've gone.
So that'd be strutting around town like pretty...
Yeah, they're
This is an easy caper here. What's going on, you lot?
top of the pops.
They're
This is,
holding up the leg at the moment.
Oh, that's it. We'll just go in and hang our stuff up here. No one's got anything else up on the walls here, do they?
That's it.
They're going to go for the 3-peat now.
We'll just put our
3 in a row, yeah.
we'll just put our pennant up here. You guys don't mind?
So Hope Prada Kingy was the try scorer. She scored the try and kicked the goal. I think we got a bit stitched up in terms of the best on ground. That went to one of the South Perth Lions players, Eloise Hamer. She did have a really good game, but I think Tiana Graham, who played in the 10 jersey, can count herself very unlucky to not get the best on ground. I think she was sensational. Zoe Watts, she is like lightning, kept us in the game, really. There was a couple of long breaks that South Perth made, and she ran them down like they were standing still and was able to get the tag and keep us in it. The last game of the day for us was also a massive one, again against South Perth in the under-14s. This one sort of went end to end. These are teams that have had two teams that have really sort of been neck and neck throughout the season. Last game of the regular season, South Perth beat us by 6 points. They then played the following weekend, the first week of finals, and again, South Perth beat us by 6 points. So we went into this game having lost to them a couple of times, but they were able to turn that around. They played a fantastic game. They won. They beat South Perth 20 points to 6. Man of the match was Aidan McDonough. There was a bit of controversy around that as well. There was a few Ellenbrook Rabbitohs that were sort of right in the mix. Jaquan Mahu, the centre 3/4, also had a really good game. So yeah, to go in with 3 teams that actually made the grand final. So we had under 11s, under 12s, girls league tag, under 13s, under 14s. So there's only 5 teams playing competitive footy. 3 of them made it to the grand final, and 2 of them have taken it out. The under 14s have actually got a big game again on Saturday, so they play an exhibition game. Yeah, against which we'll talk about a little bit later on as well. So on grand final day, senior grand final day. So yeah,
no worries.
Good result.
Yeah, no, that's great, and yeah, again for the girls, buddy, 2 in a row. That's fantastic. Good on them, and yeah, they should be strutting all over Ellenbrook. But we are kings of this town.
Absolutely right.
Rugby, so
anytime you knock off a team that's been unbeaten all year and then you beat them in the grand final, it's tough being on the other end of that. But yeah, it's great when you're the one doing the winning, I suppose. Yeah,
no, that's fair enough. Ellenbrook United. Now they were hoping to bounce back this week. How'd they go?
Yeah, so unfortunately their last 2 home games, they've been playing sort of top of the table teams, and the same happened again. They took on top of the table Wembley Downs, so they're the team that's in first spot. We got beat 6 goals to nothing, so that's 2 home games in a row and a total of 11-0. We were away again this week in a winnable game, and then I think we got 1 more home game, and that's the end of the season for the Ellenbrook United. So hopefully the last home game they can really put on a show and finish the season with a bit of a flurry, because it hasn't been the best of seasons. They're sitting in 9th spot at the moment on the ladder. So hopefully they can play a little bit better at home next time and in front of the fans, I suppose. No
worries. And the Ellenbrook Rovers, now this is a story we got told about today, and it's a bit exciting. So the Ellenbrook Rovers are the other football club for the Ellenbrook area, but for soccer, and they have juniors at the moment, and their under 14s are playing this Saturday at 9:30 a.m. at Maidavale Oval against the Valley Conquerors. This is the club's first grand final, so very exciting for them. The coach, Nigel Rogan, he's unfortunately working away, so he's a bit disappointed. He's going to miss the game, and he's wishing them the best of luck, and he asked that be passed on tonight. Now, as far that's rough, isn't it? The coach, grand final, can't make it. That's got to be hard for him. It would be very hard. I'm sure the boys will the team will get together and put on a good show. Now they are playing the Valley Conquerors, who are well, they're obviously made a grand final, so they're a very good team, but both are very good teams. Now, they played them a couple of weeks ago, and the Valley